Before, and we are calling the regular meeting, council meeting for the township of Nibbigan to order. We'll start with our land acknowledgement. In the spirit of reconciliation, the corporation of the township of Nibbigan respectfully acknowledges it is located on the traditional lands of the Red Rock Indian Band, signatory to the Robinson Superior Treaty of 1850, and the township further respectfully acknowledges the historic presence of the Métis people on these lands. Okay, are there any addendum to the agenda?
There'll probably be a picture in the Gazette of Mike's.
Any disclosures of pecuniary interest? Okay, seeing none, we'll go to item number 3, approval of previous council minutes from November 19th, 2024. Are there any issues, any comments on these minutes? All right, so who would like to move the minutes? Mover. All right, Councillor Hart, oops. Who would like to second the minutes? Councillor Harper? All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Be it resolved that this, resolution, we have a different resolution forms right now, so we're just getting used to these. So be it resolved that this approves the regular council meeting minutes from November 19th, 2024. Okay, I just want to check with you, Lars, that I check off everybody who voted, like in all in favor, or just leave that. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be recordable.
Thank you. All right, item number 4, finance. So we are confirming and approving accounts. So this is that the payment of accounts is listed on the following payment voucher fee, and the same is hereby confirmed and approved. Payment voucher number 37/2024 in the amount of $38,727.49. Payment voucher number 38/2024 in the amount of $105,666.34. Who would like to move this? Councillor Cartwright, seconded by Councillor Westhaver. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Okay, now we're on to item number 5. This is our CAO report. All right. Sorry, I'm just going to get my package down here. All right, does anyone have any questions? Well, first of all, I'll just ask CAO if he has anything that he wants to point out in particular in the report.
Thanks, Mayor. Nothing to point out at this point. Just touching on the services that was previously discussed at the council meetings. So it's very sick that we can get somebody to come in to be able to offer that service. So at this point, we're just looking for vaccines and just an exam clinic as it is. So the amount that's noted in the report for what would be required to have this is more pertaining to if we have someone coming for a longer period and can bring all the equipment. So in some cases, they have the ability to bring all of that with them. So that's just what we're looking at. And for the committee of adjustment, that's more of a housekeeping bylaw amendment specifically.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through it pretty quick. So we have the bylaws and council, so staff are updating, preparing draft updated bylaws, procurement, purchasing, property standards, open air burning, and policy related to retention of records to consider upcoming council meetings. We have a proposed set of meeting dates. The only thing I can think about with this one is that the public works meetings seem to happen after a holiday on the Mondays, but if Taylor is okay with that. Everyone's okay with when the public works are happening after the holidays. It's mostly the staff to deal with that. So Is everyone okay with the meeting dates? Did anyone have any problems? Right. We did have our emergency management tabletop last week, November 27th. There were 32 people that attended. And it was, the situation was a train derailment with a diesel spill and a propane leak. So it went well. Councillor Westaver was there, Councillor Cartwright, and CEO Moffat was there. Would anyone like to comment on that?
Yeah, the train exercise after the first half, and what became apparent to me is that there's going to be a lag time between response from CPR. Either like especially with hazmat and stuff like that, fire is from the CPR is an hour, 45 minutes from Schreier. And some of the hazmat are going to be 6-7 hours potentially, other than from Thunder Bay. There's going to be an initial. They also expressed that there's potential for training and stuff for locals in that. And personally, I think the most people that have information, even simple stuff like how to read what's in the tanker or something like that, could be very beneficial. There was also the mention of, I meant to talk to him about it, but I never had an opportunity. They do plume modeling and stuff. And that's something that, especially for toxic fumes and gases, here, like you're looking at half an hour. The first half hour is going to be one of your main issues. If they were, I don't know if they do look into potentially CPR doing modeling on a potential case here, maybe a couple different ideas, just to see what we would be dealing with here to give us an idea before it happens. So that like wind directions and stuff are always north, northwest, sometimes west. Well, the reading the car numbers, of course, that's basic information. But like if they have the modeling software to do this, could they model something for us so we're pre-prepared as opposed to reactive, active effect?
So are you saying as like a template in this scenario based on the speed? So there would be certain scenarios where the wind is going. This is example A, B, and C in this.
Yeah, something like that. Like most of our prevailing winds here are north, northwest in the winter and south, southwest in the summer. I know we're in the tabletop, so it was up the east. That happens like twice a year. I know. So, I mean, that's just a potential there to give us a heads up on top of that, plus potentially look at training for firefighters, public works, even like just being able to read what's in the tanker and stuff like that. Like reading the numbers and stuff, that was very valuable information to me.
Basically, I had the same idea that the numbers on the cars, we were told, when they're dispatched into CPR, they can tell whatever contaminant or hazardous for things that are in there, and would stop our fire department from rushing there, knowing that they shouldn't go near the thing.
All right, anybody else? No? Okay. I'm just moving on in that. Did you have something else to say? In the report as well, we have, as Lars mentioned, there's planning and committee of adjustment. That was just something that was proposed prior. That's just moving forward here. And then we have, you guys probably aware of the last couple of weeks, we've had an unusual amount of stray animals that have not been claimed. Normally what happens in our community is someone posts a picture of a dog that's running around and someone pretty much claims it right away. It's just a dog that's gotten off their leash or something like that. But it's been this unusual situation where a couple of dogs have still not been claimed. As it states in the report here, the OPP and the township are going to be getting together to discuss the issue. So we're willing to work together with the OPP because obviously neither of us, we don't have a shelter here. It's just the way it is. So, we're gonna be looking at ways so that people understand what to do in that situation, so that there's a process in that situation. Because we are not responsible for, paying for vet bills for a stray dog, and neither is the OPP. And so we need to sort of figure out what the framework is for that situation, so that we can post it so people know what to do, or our staff know what to do as well. And when that happens, so. Okay. And then there's a bit here about the charitable tax rate bylaw from 2000, and it's just required some minor housekeeping items and updates. So, questions about that? And we'll go ahead and do the resolution. So be it resolved that we be given to introduce bylaw to establish the authorities of the Township of Nipigon's Committee of Adjustment and its consent authority. The bylaw be read a first and second time, but the said bylaw be read a third time. And finally passed a number bylaw number 1953, the Township of Nipigon. Who would like to move this? Councillor Westhaver? Okay. Councillor Harper? All in favor? Opposed and carried. Okay. Okay, next we have the resolution for the meeting dates. So be it resolved that council receives the staff report number 24120301 for information and accept proposed regular and public works council meeting dates as presented for the 2025 calendar year. Who would like to move this? Councillor Hart moved and Councillor Hartwright second. All in favor? Opposed and carried. Okay, the next thing we have in our package, item 5B is the media release about the municipal funding for increased OPP costs. This is very good news. This is something that we discussed actually the last meeting. We passed a resolution to support Leamington's resolution for the provincial government to accept some of the expense of the rise in OPP costs. So they must have gotten an earful from a lot of people, because they have a proposal now to provide over $77 million in financial relief to municipalities to help offset the increased cost of municipal police services provided by the OPP. Now this is for this year and a little bit last year, right? Or sorry, for 2025. So we will continue to, and organizations like AMO will continue to pressure the government to advocate that this is not just something that is going to be a band-aid solution for the 1 year. We have to be sustainable for the following years as well. They can't just download 100% and then hope we don't see anything. So
Yeah.
We said something. I'd like to kind of take credit for this one, because I put my delegation in, requested delegation to the Solicitor General on a Wednesday. And then the next day, this came out, or was it 2 days later or something, and I was like, well, I guess I was the straw that broke the camel's back, but anyway, probably not. So that's great news. Anyways, Lars, could you just maybe talk about what that means for us in savings? You probably have that memorized.
Of course. Give or take, I mean, some of the numbers with the overtime are kind of set. We haven't seen that yet. So we're estimating that's gonna be $50,000 of a savings for us. Because at this point we're estimating to see a 3.1% increase in taxes just from OPP. So now that's gonna take back significant, almost 2% full.
Yeah, that's a good clap.
And that 3.1%, that's low. From what other municipalities are doing.
And that's not including anything else.
Yeah.
So all the costs, so that's a huge.
Yeah, that was good news. So it gets us through 2025, which is good. All right, any other comments about that one? Item 5C, so we have a request for support here from Nipigon Elks Junior B hockey team. For just a general sponsorship for their program. Would anyone like to comment about that request or?
I'm
Councilor
not sure how many,
You're not on mic.
sorry. No,
There you go.
Now you-
I'm not really sure how many people from Nippi. Like possibly none.
There are about 5 Nipigon folk that play on the team or young people. 5 or 6. There are usually a couple and there are at least 5 or 6 this year. The other thing about the junior B hockey team is that they do, because we have those games every Friday night, it brings, obviously they pay for ice time. It brings, people into the arena to purchase items at the vending machine and at the canteen as well. I don't know if they stay around and go out afterwards or whatever. It's a little bit of an economic impact. They don't practice here, but they do play their games here, which is good. Does anyone else have any comments? Would we like to support a donation, which we normally do about $250 for a donation? Is anyone interested in doing that?
I know it does bring people to the town and they do eat in the restaurants because I hear that between games they come in. I know the junior B games do bring people into the town and they do eat in the restaurant because I hear them while we're going to Duckies and while we're going to wherever. In between games or after the games, so. It does increase
Yeah,
the business and.
they were all at Ducky's the other night. They were maybe trying to eat. The whole bunch from Thunder Bay.
But don't forget about your mic.
Well, she was on. Yeah, so there was a good turnout at one of the restaurants we happened to be at from Thunder Bay girls and their parents going back to Thunder Bay and they were all having supper at local restaurants, so that's a good win-win for them too.
So, I will put it on the table for, like I said, the regular $250 that we normally give, but we will need a mover and a seconder and we'll have to vote on it as well, so. Would anyone like to move it? Yeah. Okay, so moved by Counselor Seaver. Seconded by Counselor Cartwright. All in favor? Oops, sorry. All in favor? And that is opposed or just abstaining? Okay. So, that is carried. And so that's an amount of $250. Okay, under sundries, we have, just for information purposes, we have the Thunder Bay DSAB October 17th meeting minutes. Does anyone have any concerns, anything, comments about the meeting minutes for the DSAB? Okay, seeing none. Our next is again, just for information, this is the Superior Country AGM, report. I will not be answering any questions on this because I do not have my Superior Country hat on right now, but I know that Lars did attend the AGM meeting, so if anyone has any questions, they can ask Lars, and if Lars can't answer, then you can get the answers from Dan. Do you have any questions or comments? All right. Moving on, oh, this is a meeting, moving on to any other business. I will start at my left with Councillor Harvard. Do you have anything to say? Anything from Councillor Hart?
I've already said, What I was gonna bring up now anyway.
Okay, he said his piece.
Yeah,
Anything from Councilor Westhaver?
nope, we sort of went along with what he was brought up already. So
Okay, Councilor Cartwright? Staff, Lars, you have anything? Okay, I have a few things actually. So first of all, the holiday train happened last night. There was an excellent turnout and, I can't remember, Glenn, maybe you remember the exact amount, was it 1,700 and something, $1,729 per food bank? 2,500 each or
Yeah,
total?
each.
Each, okay, $2,500 each,
wow.
that was donated from CPKC holiday train to the food banks. So that was great. The truck, for the Nippian Food Bank and the trailer for the, Nippian Baptist Food Bank were both pretty full with donations, which was great. It was an excellent turnout. So congratulations to the food banks for what they do. And also to the people that came out and enjoyed the music to donate as well. And thank you to CPKC. Next, I know that there was a situation a couple of weeks ago, where a family, had come through town. I think there was 5 kids and a grandma. And, their tire blew because they went down the wrong road or something. They went up Camp 81 or something. And actually her friend from Nova Scotia reached out to me as the mayor and asked if the town could pay for this person's tires and stuff. I said, I sympathize with you, but we don't do that. We don't do that. But I said, make sure we have a wonderful town. If you actually, I think I told her to reach out to you, Glenn, and ask that she, post her situation online. There was a complicated situation going on. Anyways, our community and Red Rock community as well really pulled through. Councillor Westhaver brought pizzas, I heard, to feed them and everything. They couldn't access their money. And anyways, I just want to congratulate our community and the Red Rock community as well for really stepping up and helping those people in need. It wasn't a scam. It was real, and they got a lot of help, and everyone apparently was in tears from all of the generosity that they felt. So thanks for that to our community. It's wonderful to hear.
Did anybody ever hear?
Microphone.
Did anybody ever hear what happened to, that's when I came, days, but they were already situated over at the Red Rock Inn. And then I just lost track of what happened, but I was contacted too, maybe as counselor, but these people were in horrible shape in their car, needed not just tires replaced, they needed the Y joints on and wheel bearings and everything else. So it was going to look like $3,000. But I haven't heard, Alan dealt with that. I know he banned the car from moving until it was fixed, which he should have done. But I've never heard it. Anybody know what follow up?
They are planning to stay in Red Rock. The young woman, the mother of the 4 children, when I interviewed her, just said maybe the blown tire was a sign that they needed to change because they were fleeing a violent domestic situation.
I didn't want to
And were
mention.
desperate to get away. So they had brought whatever would fit in their vehicle.
Kittens.
And she said, Suzanne, her GPS told her Camp 81 road was a shortcut.
Yeah, that's actually common.
Do
Yeah,
not know that Highway 17 isn't a gravel road.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Red Rock is working with them to find a place, but Donnie Evans, amazing that he provided them with a place to stay.
yeah. He's a friend of mine, so I contacted him because he contacted me, said, I'll put them up.
Yeah.
So
It was a major group effort from a lot of different.
Yeah.
Microphone.
it was.
It was a major group effort from a lot of different people, and they all just took on it. And that's what community is about.
The one time the social media worked.
Yes, social media isn't always good, but that was the one time it works. That and finding owners of dogs when they want to be found. I also just wanted to mention too that I have submitted the delegations from the township of Nipigon to meet with ministries in Roma. So yeah, that's I don't remember it off the top of my head, but you know, one of was the Attorney General talking about the OPP, so I'm not sure if they're still gonna grant me that delegation or not, second thing. The nuclear waste, I just wanted to mention that, we all know that NWMO released a statement that they did choose their site, that it's going to be between Ignace and, Wabian Lake First Nation. So, yeah, I just, wanted to. So it's been a long time. It's been about 15 years in, that they've taken in this process in choosing that area. And I know that we did, pass a resolution to support, the opinion that would prefer to not have, the nuclear waste coming through our community, and that it should be staying as close to where the waste is, develop or process as possible, but, I just did want to also mention though that the award of that to that area is a very major economic impact to those communities. They had their referendums, their councils voted to do it, their people, for the most part, supported being there. So congratulations to them. It was a long process, and so congratulations to them and its economic impact for the north. I just really hope that when it opens in the next 25 years, and it's supposed to be open in 25 years, that all the lanes are four lane, all the highways are 4 lane going there. And that the technology is there, that there's 100% guarantee that nothing will happen. So I just hope everything that they say is accurate, and it's safe as they say it is to transport that nuclear waste. I just wanted to say that. All right. So we will be moving into closed session. So we have a resolution for that. What's the time? 7:27. That this council now resolve into closed session at 7:27. Can we get a mover? Councillor Harper and seconded by Councillor Cartwright. That this council now resolve into closed session at 7:27 p.m. under section 239 of the Authority of the Municipal Act 2001 to discuss personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local employees, labor relations or employee negotiations, the receiving of advice that is client solicitor privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose, and litigation or potential litigation affecting the municipality. All in favor?
I appreciate the microphone.
And carried.
Or PM.
You wanted to-
Yeah, sorry.